Hi there, this is Pat with Meadowview Alpaca Farm. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today is a beautiful sunny day in April. As you can see, we still have lots of snow on the ground, but we're also heading into what we call our spring muddy season. Blah. It's not a fun time of the year. Anyhow, we thought we'd get to take this opportunity today to do a bunch of answering questions that we get a lot during our tours and even at the market. So we're going to go plop ourselves around the alpacas and answer some common questions. So let's head in and we'll see you there. Sometimes we get the questions of what is an alpaca, and one day we even had a delivery driver say, what are those animals? As you already know, these are alpacas. Alpacas are from South America. They're a domesticated animal. They come from the camelid family, just like our llamas, but they originate from the vicuña, which we don't have that I'm aware of in North America, have a lot shorter fiber. Alpacas are called, they say, fiber from the gods is what they produce. Alpacas are used for fiber. That's their main use that they were raised for. And so you will either have an alpaca farm that specifically raises alpacas for fiber at this time, or agritourism. So we're sitting with both. We have our fiber farm, we use our own fiber, we put that into our products, but we also at our tours utilize them to do the tours and hopefully expand on that as well. So, one common question we get when people do come for tours is they get a bite when you feed them. They don't bite. Alpacas, what they do is they have their bottom teeth. They don't have any upper teeth on their top palate. I always refer to them as grandma and grandpa. They do, however, they do have back molars. And what they do with those back molars, if you sometimes watch, is very distinct. With the hay, they're going to chew side to side. You'll also find that boys, more than sometimes the girls, we do have what we call the fighter teeth. And they're like little fangs up front. They usually come out 2-3 years old, and we will file them down so they don't do any damage. What's the difference between an alpaca and a llama? Fortunately, we have a llama that we can show you. There you can see Lulu, our llama, a lot bigger. There's Suri in front of her, who's an average size alpaca. They have pointier and longer ears, but they're quite a bit bigger. I would say on average 350 pounds compared to our alpacas that are, I would say, 150 to 200 average weights. There are different types of llamas as well. And Lulu here, she's in her 20s. We don't know her exact age, so she is up there as well. So she's a little bit lighter than your average llama. The reason we actually have llamas on our farm is to protect from predators. They're great for that, for the more of a size of a coyote they can chase away. They will chase away also even the foxes, unwanted dogs. Lulu and her sister, who's recently passed, they both actually, before we bought the farm, chased away a bear in the pasture, is what we were told. They will protect their herd very well, and that's one of the reasons why we have them, besides at the tours for you to see a difference between a llama and an alpaca. So for us to know if an alpaca is pregnant, we have two choices. There is such thing as an ultrasound, but the vets, to bring them in or to have the vet come out, it gets pretty pricey to check that out. In a later video, we'll talk a little bit more how we do what we call the spit test to see. However, it still doesn't necessarily 100% ensure that they are pregnant. That being said, even today, as we're approaching potentially the last few months of their pregnancy, we would not know if they were pregnant. It's very hard to see. It's unlike a human where you can definitely tell that they're pregnant. Sounds like a few back here are having some fun. So the great thing about alpacas giving birth is they give birth during the day. One main reason for this is, oh Marshmallow, you're so cute. One main reason for this is that because of predators, moms want these babies up and at it before it gets dark at night, and they better not have gotten me so that they don't get caught up with a coyote at night. So that's great for us. We don't have to wait up late. Usually it does happen in the morning. We get a sense of who's in labor. I've actually literally watched the water break on Sarah Lee and watched the full entire birth.
Oh, look, here we go again. Another human trying to explain what we are. Seriously, buddy, you could have just asked me. I mean, I'm standing right here looking fabulous. But sure, go ahead, tell everyone about me like I'm not standing here rolling my eyes. Yeah, we're calm and gentle. Well, most of the time. But don't push it. I mean, just look at me. I'm so chill I could be in a yoga class.
As you can see behind me here, we have our 5-foot fence. So they don't challenge them, the alpacas. It's more meant to keep the predators away from outside of these, inside of the pens, which is the coyotes, to protect these guys. If one should get on the other side, they tend not to go very far. They will just run around that fence line or just munch away on the greener grass on the other side, and they will just wait for us to let them back in. Another question is, will these alpacas run away? They are herd animals.
They will if you leave a gate open.
They will if we leave a gate open. Here, I'll show you a little clip of what happened one day when I thought Terry had the gate and Terry thought I closed the gate. Here you go. Okay, this is not always a question because we always jump in before we even have the opportunity to ask this question, is how can I pet an alpaca? So when we approach an alpaca, it is never good to come up behind. They are prey animals, they're gonna kick. They know my voice, so I'm sitting with a 75% chance they won't kick, but there is a 25% chance they will. I'm always cautious, but we always come to the side, and ideally we just put the hands on the top. Meadow is one of the shy ones. You can shift here to one of our crias and walk away as well. We got Meadowview. He's pretty good. They don't like their heads touched. See? Can you tell? Okay. That's because it's Meadowview and we're buddies. So I can get away with it. The other thing, if we go down here, you can see it tickles. So ideally when we say pet an alpaca, the top of the back and the neck. And you're actually going to feel some of the softest fiber that's there. And I just get this urge to take all that hay off. Because again, in a month's time, we are going to be sitting and cheering. The more I can get out, the better. Oh my gosh, look at that neck. Emma, can you stop spitting? Hey? Hey, buddy. Hey there, Meadowview. Oh, do you like that? You coming to say hi? Oh, thanks, Marshmallow. You little jealous? I love you too. Are we buddies? Hey? A lot of hay on you. Hi, Dizzy. I do find as they get older as well, they don't spook as much. They're pretty calm. Again, they know our voices. Except for this guy. Oh, Arlo. Because he can't hear. He's our deaf boy. We love him. Hey, buddy. Hi. nap time. Oh, I could sit here all day. Hey, in the hay. Oh, these are the days when I say we have a tough life on the farm. Right? Hi, Halo. Go kiss him. Who else is gonna come say hi? Come here. Meadow. You coming, Sky? Oh, Dizzy. Oh, Dizzy. Okay, so I'm gonna get up. We're gonna go over to the boys. Let's see. This may work, this may not work, but you may see how quickly they spook. If you get up suddenly, I'm going to do. Oh, I can't do that while Meadow's checking me out. All right, I can't do it while you're on 3 legs. And generally we don't like to do it, as Terry said, but this is just for the camera. So I get up all of a sudden really quick. I guess that you would call a blooper on a film. I'm going to try that one later. Okay, another great question we get asked is, what are alpacas good with other animals? As you can see here, we have our 2 dogs here. This is Duffy, and she is an Australian Shepherd. They're known to be herd dogs, but she's also trained here to be a guardian dog, as Bailey over there, who's a little tired, is a Great Pyrenees mixed with Rima. So we do tend to see her a little bit more sleeping during the day and very active at night. But as you can see, they're pretty good around the alpacas. Some days it doesn't go over very well. The girls in particular don't always appreciate them hanging out in the pen, more so if it's a mom. They're very protective of their young. Another great question is, how old do alpacas live? So on average, 15 to 20 years, especially in a northern climate where it's a bit colder. In South America, they've been known to also live up to 25 years. Our oldest alpaca currently on the farm is Luca over here. He's almost 19 years old. He was a stud on our farm, but you can definitely tell that he is, quote unquote, a senior citizen. Hey buddy. Super friendly, but he's hard of hearing, hard of seeing. But as a lot of people know, on our farm, we believe in end of life. So even though Luca may not support the farm financially anymore, we do believe that to let them live their life out. As long as they're healthy, as long as they're moving around and not in pain, we're happy to have them. They gave us something on the farm. That's the least we can do for them. Check me out. Oh, you like alpaca hats too? I know, eh? Everybody should buy some. Or is this your favorite one? Is this the pick of the week? Is that what it is? Yeah? Is that a head nod? Perfect. There you go. Milo's choice of the week. Okay, another great question is, where do alpacas sleep? Do we have to bring them inside all the time? The answer is no. They are free to go sleep. As you can see, the barn is open. That'll stay open all the time. And Heredero, I don't think so. The camera is on you. Don't show everybody how mean you can be. Just because you're the new stud in town. That's what I thought. I'm the boss. Anyhow, where were we? The barn door stays open. so they can come and go freely. A lot of the time, what you'll actually see is they will stick around this hay feeder. There is hay on the ground, and they will lie down on that and stay pretty warm. The only time I really see them go in is on a really windy day. Ready, Eddie. Taking some limelight here. Oh, nice fart. Okay, here you can see we just have a basic fence. Basically, that's just a separation that we can separate some pens if we have to separate the boys, or if we just need to keep them in a smaller area. If you look over towards me now, you're going to see almost the Fort Knox. So we have 5-foot fence over here. We also have this green tarp, the barrier, and that is for visual. These boys are gonna get worked up if they see the girls, especially if they do, they will sit down and cush by the fence and tease those boys, and this is what's gonna happen. So there you saw Oakley get a little excited about the girls cushing right at the fence. That usually does also show a sign that they're open and ready, the ladies. But that was a previously, before we did a lot of these renos, where literally the fence was that close between the boys and the girls. And we're trying to eliminate that because, again, it gets everybody worked up, especially these boys here. And they really love to show off who the stud is. And again, poor Oakley, I don't even think he's ever had the opportunity to be a father. But anyhow, he still thinks he was the boss around here.
All right, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any other questions that we may not have answered today, feel free to put those in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to subscribe, click that notification button, and to help others also get to see our videos. On that note, if it happens, love endures.